What's going on, everybody? Welcome to The Shift on YouTube with Francisco Rojas. Obviously, you see the tree. Happy holidays. More importantly, happy Hall of Fame season, baby. Happy Hall of Fame season. And I got to talk about the first player that really, one of the first players that came to mind. I'm going to have some more players that I'm going to be doing in the coming weeks, the next month or two. To the build up to the induction of, we'll see if there's any that get inducted this year. I don't think there was any that get inducted last year, right? Yeah, none got inducted. That was the whole Bonds and Clemens on their last, but now they're on a different ballot. Carlos Beltran. Carlos Beltran is a name that stood out for me. To me, he's an easy lock for the Hall of Fame. No doubt about it. You look at his overall career. We're going to get to that in a second. End of the day, he's an easy lock for the Hall of Fame, and I'm going to tell you why. But go check out my last video. Talked about analytics in baseball and how that term needs to be abolished and what term we can come up with to kind of just have an overarching umbrella that's just statistics, information, whatever. I would love to hear from you. Go watch that video. The link's going to be to that in the description box. Please go watch that and, like it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, obviously. And give me feedback on that as well. I would love to hear people's thoughts, what your thoughts are on that whole thought. Would just love to get people's opinions. And make sure you let me know. Let me know in these comments too. I don't care. Wherever you want to do it. But so Carlos Beltran, easy lock for the Hall of Fame. And I know we bring up, a lot of people bring up the Astros sign stealing thing. And maybe a couple of years ago, maybe my opinion would be different. And look, by the way, you're allowed to change your opinion. You're allowed to change your mind, or both. Literally, hand in hand. You're allowed to do that. It seems like nowadays, not to get off on too much of a tangent here, but it seems like, no one's allowed to change their minds, or, everyone's got to stick to their narrative. But look, when it comes to the Astros sign stealing thing, I cared in the beginning. I really cared when it came out. And to be honest, man, the stuff that's happened over the last couple of years, and obviously, the Astros winning the World Series and they've continued to win, kind of helped that. But, look, the Red Sox with the Apple Watches, the Yankees this year, the whole dugout phones thing, that whole story that came out this year, and all the Yankees fans are upset. It still doesn't make sense that Yankees fans are upset at the Astros when looks like the Yankees probably cheated too in 2015 and 2016. So my whole thing with the sign stealing thing, however you feel about it, Beltran's going to be in the Hall of Fame. Carlos Beltran is going to be in the Hall of Fame. Within 3 or 4 years, probably not. Probably not, but down the line, he's going to get in. Give it his 6th to 10th year. That time frame, he's going to get in. I mean, to me, he's got the numbers of traditional and the numbers of the new stats. I'm gonna stop using analytics. I'm sticking true to my last video. Go watch that. I'm not using the term analytics anymore. But my whole thing is again, the more the Astros keep winning, the more if the Astros win another World Series, which I think they probably will in the next couple of years, it's 3 World Series since 2017, and all the American League Championship Series they've gotten to, and American League or getting to the World Series. I think about all the just all these accolades they've had as a franchise. They are almost a dynasty, almost there. And I know some people are considering them a dynasty. Look, I made a video on that too. Linked in the description. Will be in the description box for that too. Plugging everything today, baby. Plugging everything. But look, the more the Astros keep winning, the more people are going to be forgetting about Beltran. And, his path getting into the Hall of Fame is just going to get a lot easier. Early on, I think there's people that care, but the more they win, I think more people are going to forget. And it's already started the last couple of years. And then you just look at his overall numbers, looking at some of the more, newer, advanced, or whatever you want to call it, Jay Jaffe's Jaws and, wins above replacement. I mean, his career WAR, 70.1. Average Hall of Fame center fielder, 71.6. I mean, he's right there around average. His 7-year peak WAR, 44.4. his and the average 7-year peak WAR of the center fielders 44.7. Look at his jaws 57.2, and the average Hall of Fame center fielder 58.1. And then his WAR per 162 4.4 to the average fielder 5.4. I mean, he's right there. He's right there. If you're just looking at those metrics, those numbers, like, he is. And then, like, you just look at his overall. He only had, like, I think 3 Gold Gloves, but man, the newer statistics, the newer defensive stats and metrics we have now support that he should have won like 11 or 12 Gold Gloves. Okay, like if I can find it, I'm gonna have to find that Jason Kendall cut. I'm gonna put it right in here about Jason Kendall talking about how they picked Gold Gloves back in the day.
It doesn't matter if you want a Gold Glove. First of all, the coaches vote on it. If they like you, they're gonna vote. And half of them get the ballots right after BP. They're tired. They're all old. They want something to eat, and they're like, "Hey, Bat Boy, can you fill out my Gold Glove thing?" And it doesn't matter. And that's honest to goodness. And the Bat Boy like, "Oh, here, put it," and then give it to the PR guy.
So are Gold Gloves really all that like big? Okay, and plus, I mean, Juan Soto finish like top 3 in Gold Glove in right field this year? It's a joke. It's a joke. So I mean, Beltran could have been at least a 10-time Gold Glove award winner. He was his newer metrics as a center fielder were unbelievable. I remember I was looking at his numbers. His total zone defense, his rookie year, he had like 20 runs above total fielding runs. He was incredible from the start with the Royals. Overall, just incredible career to me. He doesn't have the numbers to stick out to you like he wasn't hitting 40 home runs every year. He wasn't giving you, 120 RBIs and like a 350 batting average every year. Like, he had a couple of those years, but just overall super consistent. Like, and, for the sabermetricians and the people that value the new stats more, I mean, he's an easy lock. I mean, look, OPS plus above 120, wrote it down 11 times. I mean, he was overall an incredible hitter. And remember what he did in the postseason. Man. Postseason, he was really good too. I remember when he got traded to Houston in 2004. He was really good. He was really, really good. He was scary. He was super scary. Look, I was a Phillies fan. I mean, I'm obviously a Phillies fan at heart, always will be. Cardinals were my second favorite team growing up because I was a big Albert Pujols fan. And I remember watching 2004, like Beltran came over from Kansas City, correct? Over to Houston. Right, he got traded. And he was just a monster for Houston in that second half, right? For the most part. But I just remember in the postseason, he was unbelievable. And he was a really clutch postseason hitter. And look, even if like the sign stealing thing, you really, or going back to the sign stealing thing, are you really gonna like hold that over his whole career? Like, and in that year in 2017, like those were his worst numbers. Like his prior like 19 years, he was unbelievable. So what this comes back to is like Beltran had an unbelievable career to me overall. Like, you're not gonna let that 2017 season overshadow everything that he did. He was an incredible center fielder, no matter which way you felt about him. He's a Hall of Famer. He's an easy lock for me. But I would love to hear from you. What do you think? Was Carlos Beltran, is he good enough to get in the Hall of Fame? Does 2017 still, have a black cloud to you over Carlos Beltran's name? Like, does that still matter to you? I would love to know. To me, he's an easy lock for a Hall of Famer. And yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Let me know. More Hall of Fame videos coming. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Let me know on Twitter at Rojas_media_. And I'll see you guys next week.